Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Indian School of Physics. Guys, this is Nitin here, and today I've come with a very amazing problem. It's a tough looking problem, but its solution is very easy. Guys, liking, sharing, subscribing is love, so keep doing it. It helps a lot to the channel's growth, and it is better for all of us. And the more likes and promoting you do, it helps me a lot. And yes, it makes me motivated also to bring more videos. Guys, for 2021 students, there is a Prodigy Scholarship Test. It's a final round, you can say, towards JEE Advance on 14th and 15th of August. So if you want to study some advanced courses on Unacademy, you can look for these scholarship tests. And daily there will be free practice test, and from 12th of July it will be starting, so anyone can participate in this free of cost. You can visit to this URL. Let's move to the problem statement. So here, 6 identical cylindrical rollers of radius r are connected by free rods that keep them in contact with the parallel axis so that they can roll on each other. The 6 rollers form a pyramid with the 3 at the base as shown. The rods connect their control axis and to A, B and BC. So you can see here AB and BC have length of 4r, while the other along the base AC have length of 6r. When the pyramid rolls to the right with the speed of v with no slipping anywhere, reference frame is attached to the roller system. So here it is given, and you have to be very careful about this origin, how this coordinate axis is taken. Yesterday when I discussed this problem with my students, while writing the answer, most of them were confused, and they did not pay attention to this coordinate axis, and they made a mistake in the final solution for writing coordinates. Here, first part of this problem is coordinate of instantaneous center of velocity of roller 1. So this is roller 1. See here, it is the same thing which is instantaneous axis of rotation, so guys, don't get confused here. And second problem here is coordinates of instantaneous center of velocity of roller 2. So that means we have to find instantaneous axis of rotation of this roller, and for this roller we can find for other rollers as well, but that will be identical to that, so we'll be finding for these two. All right, so let's discuss the concept part in this problem. Here we can see a rigid body in combined motion appears to be in pure rotation about instantaneous axis of rotation. Its short form is IAOR. It can be located if the velocity of any 2 points on the rigid body is known to us. So if we know the velocity of velocity vector of any 2 points on the rigid body, then we will just drop the perpendicular on the velocity vectors, and we'll take the point of intersection. That intersection point itself, an axis passing through that, will be the instantaneous axis of rotation. So same logic we are going to apply here also. Now if you see this system very carefully, it is rolling without slipping on the ground. So very first thing we can say, and entire system is moving with v. So here you can see I have drawn these velocity vector of center of each body which is connected to the system of rods. So if one is moving with v, then all of them will be moving with v only, right? And now here we can say on the ground, if there is no slipping here, then VCM is V naught. It must have omega naught in clockwise sense, and this omega naught value is going to be V naught by R. Now the same logic we can we have to check for roller 2 and roller 1 also. Its center of velocity we know, but if you see the contact point, and if there is no slipping here, then their velocity vectors along the tangent must be in same direction. So if you see this point is having a translation due to VCM, and it is having R omega naught in this direction. Now the roller 2 must have R omega naught in this direction for no slipping. I hope guys you are able to understand this. That means the second roller will have omega in anti-clockwise sense. Similarly here I can write, if this point here there is no slipping, then this can be VCM here, and R omega part is in this direction. From the first roller also VCM is this side, and its R omega must be same as this. So I am taking here that means its omega must be clockwise. So clockwise, anti-clockwise, clockwise, this kind of system will come. Here luckily I have taken equal radius. Here I have taken equal radius, so all those omegas will be same. Otherwise you can write tangential velocity we have to equate in order to in order to find the value of omega. All right, so here equal radius is given, so r omega value is same. Now after this there is nothing in this problem. If you look at roller 1, its VCM is V0 and its omega is clockwise and value is V0 by R. So we can say this is the situation similar to rolling disc on the ground. So its instantaneous axis of rotation is this lowermost point. Velocity is 0 here, we can say. All right. Similarly here for roller 2, it is V0 this side and its omega was anti-clockwise. So this is exactly the reverse situation of previous case. So its instantaneous axis of rotation will be at this point. So easy. Now I can say in the main diagram, instantaneous axis of rotation of this first one is this point, lowermost point, and here it is VCM was this way and omega like this. So instantaneous axis of rotation of this disk will be at this moment I2. So it's very easy now. Let's take this angle as theta. So sine theta value is known to us, that is 3r and this is 4r, so 3 by 4. So or cos theta is root 7 by 4 we can write. Now coordinates of I1 is very easy to calculate. Y-axis is this side and it is lying at the origin along y-axis. So 0 comma r will be the coordinates of it. So first part is very easy. Everyone should get this answer. Now second part, here this height we have to find out. This height we have to find out. So this length you can see it is 2r. So this vertical height is 2r cos theta. This is 2r cos theta minus r. That will be the y coordinate. So y coordinate I have written as 2r cos theta minus r, and you can see here this distance is 2r sin theta negative. So minus 2r sin theta is the x coordinate of I2, and this is 2r cos theta minus r is the y coordinate. We know the sin theta cos theta values. If you simplify, x coordinate I'm getting as minus 3r by 2 and y coordinate I'm getting as 2r cos theta minus r. So just substituting the value of cos theta, which is root 7 by 4, we have calculated here root 7 by 4. So if you simplify, finally you are going to get y value as r times root 7 minus 2 by 2, or on simplification this is option B. So both questions, option B is the correct answer in this case. I hope guys you have enjoyed this problem. It is full of knowledge, so I'm sure it has given some value addition in your knowledge. If that is the case, please leave a like on this video, share this video with the others, and if you haven't subscribed the channel, please subscribe it. Thank you. I'll be coming up very soon with another amazing video.